the automated traders is they're willing to greenlight something at a lower level. Hey, it's Walter here, and you're at the Think Profit podcast, where we're going to help you develop a rock solid trading confidence and avoid the potentially endless cycle of system switching. Right, Hugh?
That's right. We're going to help you develop a wealth mindset, develop a trading strategy that fits your core personality, and help you overcome the obstacles that stop over 90% of traders.
All right, Hugh, sounds good. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Walter, I've come up with something that I think you might be interested in. I've come to the conclusion that there are basically only two types of trading strategies. It's either purely mechanical or it's discretionary. And I think a lot of issues come from the fact that people think they have a mechanical strategy when they actually have a discretionary strategy. What do you think about that?
At first, I was thinking, well, I have my exit is automated or whatever, but it's still discretionary because I decide when to get in.
Hmm.
But here's the test, I think. I think you're right. And I think the test is, can you code it?
Yeah,
So
that's
if
what I'm
you
saying.
can code it, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you can code it, then that's it. Then that's mechanical. If you can't turn your trading system into code, then you have something. There's an element of discretion in there. And I should say that I think that nearly all traders are discretionary, and the reason why is because they turn off their strategies. So the
Yeah,
automated traders turn off their strategies, right? And this is
yeah.
the argument I've made with the systematic slash automated traders. I've said, in the end, we're all discretionary because that's
Mm.
what they do, right? They babysit their systems. They decide when they're gonna pull them offline, maybe put them on demo. So really they're not. I mean, it's a different style of trading, like pure discretionary, but it's in the end, it comes down to making sort of the same decisions. Do I want to
Mm.
be in the market here or not? Is this working or not? Like, it's the same. We're struggling with the same questions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that it takes a certain type of personality to be a automated trader, and I think that there are actually way fewer trading strategies, so it's probably a little harder. What do you think about that?
For the mechanical traders, the, the
Yeah.
the automated trading. Yeah. What I've noticed, the good ones have a lot of strategies. And
Mm.
so here's an example. So you might have a strategy, like I might show you a strategy and go, look, and show you the numbers and everything, and you're like, yeah, I don't know. It's got a 60% win rate or 59% win rate, and it's only got like a 1.2 reward risk ratio, and you're
Mm.
like, yeah, I don't know about that, right?
Yeah.
But what the automated traders do, the good ones, is they have like 30 of those.
Mm.
So they're trading all these systems that a discretionary trader would literally look at and go, that's crap, and throw it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Right. So they're looking at different things. So the discretionary traders want like a couple of really good strategies that like look really good and that they think they can really nail. Right. So
Mm.
for example, I know a trader that I've been working with. He's got three right now that he really likes. He's back tested the absolute living crap out of them. And his equity curve looks amazing with three. When he
Yeah.
had one, no good. When he had two, meh, okay. When he had three, brilliant, right? And so that's kind of the thing that like, it's like as a discretionary trader, you have a higher bar, I
Mm.
think that's what's going on. And I think what happens with these mechanical traders, the automated traders, is they're willing to greenlight something at a lower
And
level because they know like the effect of multiple strategies that are working on different types of markets, high volatility, low volatility, high trending, low trending, range bound. They know that if they can get enough of them in there, actually their equity curve will look pretty good.
Mm.
So yeah, and there are some mechanical traders I think that haven't realized that yet, and they're really struggling. And the reason why is because they don't have enough strategies. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's my belief. Like just looking at the best automated traders, I feel like their bar is lower. They're okay with strategies that maybe you and I would look at and go, no way, I'm not going to trade that. Like that's too close to break even. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean they still have to throw them away and babysit them and all that, and that's really what their job is as a mechanical trader is to babysit their systems and make sure that things are going according to history basically, or they dump them. There's guys, have you heard about the traders that have like tens of thousands of systems? Like
Yeah.
yeah, and
You
then
tweak
just
one little
whatever one,
thing, right? One little part of it, and then you
yeah,
make another strategy out of it.
strategy, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And they'll track how they're all doing, and they'll
Mm.
go, okay, this one did really good last week, so I'm going to trade it on Monday.
Mm.
And they'll have like a basket of like the best performing ones, which to me sounds really dicey. Like, it's like you got this strategy that did really well last week. How do you know you're not going to have a reversion to the mean this week? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, but they've nailed down the window of opportunity on them and seem to do quite well. I just find it fascinating.
I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of like playing the hot hand in craps or whatever, right? You just kind of roll with it for a couple rolls and then take your money off.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So
exactly.
one of the things that I notice is that like a lot of education out there says that a strategy is 100% rules based, right?
Mm,
And that confuses people. So I think people should realize that, okay, you got to look at it and say, if there's any type of chart pattern, if there's any type of support and resistance or anything like that, then it's discretionary. It's not going to be a mechanical
mm,
system. So I think that's something
yeah.
that people should look at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like we said, like if you can't like now if you could code into your chart a support and resistance, then you might get some pushback, right? But
Mhm.
otherwise, if you're just eyeballing it and saying this is support, this is resistance, then yeah, you would have to, you know what I mean? You have to say that we're discretionary. But there are like traders that use like heat maps and things like that, and
Mhm.
they'll use that to define, the support level or resistance level or whatever. But yeah, I mean largely it's funny, like when you say discretionary, there's such a range there. There's like the guys that look at the chart and go, I think I'm gonna buy,
Yeah.
and then and then there's the people that actually have, okay, wait for this to happen, then this to happen, and then I put this in and I do that, and they actually have a list
Mhm.
of like you say, like rules, right? So it's a rules-based strategy. So I think a lot of times the educators are trying to move people from that oil always goes up sort of mentality
Yeah.
to like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, we need some rule. You know what I mean? There's a
A little
there's a step
structure.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Walter.
Thank you. Thanks.
All information in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not trading or investment advice.